Mavericks, let's go. What are we doing today?
We have our 3 P's. There are 3 non-negotiable P's.
That's right.
P. The first P, posting. Second one is, say it.
Prospecting. I was saving that for a real big, powerful
Oh, Lord have
P.
mercy. And the third one is phony. And we will explain that, what we mean by that. So hold on. So the first one, posting. If you aren't posting, man, you're missing opportunities. It's like having, being in a room, like having a room available of like awesome contacts that you would never normally have access to, potential clients and sales in a room, and you're like, nah, I'm good. I don't need to go in there. It's not going to be worth my time. It's going to take too long to nurture relationships and get leads. Like, people would think they're crazy, right? But that's what happens when you aren't posting. Social media is so powerful for opening up doors with relationships that you would normally never have the possibility of having right from wherever you are.
That's right.
And then when you're posting, you're getting your posts on their feed. So you're building that relationship. You're being top of mind with your community, your followers that you do have. So
come on.
Don't miss out, guys. Don't miss out.
And remember, it's free. So why wouldn't you? Why would you try and manage that whole thing of being present? Sometimes people battle with being in presence, and they walk into a place and they pay for a fee to be in a group of people, and they have to dress up and clean up and all that stuff. So
why? Get a hotel room.
Come on. Why couldn't you do it in your own living room, in your space, where you're comfortable, you're in your zone, you know what you're talking about, you know what you can deliver, put on your phone and fire away for free.
But one thing, just like how if you were to get access to that room and you go in and you're like, bam, 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 here's my stuff, here's my card, and people would be like, whoa, dude, can you just like back off? You're like a little intense and like, no, thank you. The same is true with social media. You can't just go out and blast and spam and DM everyone. What's going to happen? You're going to get blocked. Don't do that. It's about building a relationship. Just like if you were going to go in that room, it's going to take some time, some skill to just like listen, nurture, bring value, build those relationships. The same is true on social media. Don't spam. You're going to get blocked. So, just had to hit that. All right, number
2. And that takes us to the reality of prospecting, right? How many times have you taken the time to go in there, into a space, wherever you're at, and then kind of feel the room, check it out, like Sophia just said. Because if you set yourself up, you know the key people who really could make a really cool connection. Because we talk about relational equity. If you don't prepare for that before you even go in there, you're like, ooh, and just talking to everyone, you might be wasting your time. Prospect with wisdom.
And we're talking the P. When we're talking about prospecting, we're actually meaning off of social media. So yes, it could be a DM, follow up and nurture, but really what we're talking about is literally getting on the phone, getting on, sending an email, sending a text, and following up. Don't just follow up once. That's where so many people fall short, is they follow up once, and then if they get a no, or if it's quiet, they're like, no, they're good. It's like, no, follow up again. Obviously there's a skill to that, and Mike is phenomenal. That's what he does in our business. So I'm like posting, and he does prospecting. He's calling, he's emailing, he's texting, and he's not just always like, hey, excuse me. It's like there's an art and a tact to prospecting, to follow up. And so remember, don't be annoying, but be a human. Like be like a normal human. Like, don't just be like, hey, did you get my email? Hey, I'm following up. Do you want to buy my stuff? Hey, do you want? It's like, no, hey, did you have a good weekend? Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's the family? You can start it off with those kind of type things if you've already built that little bit of relationship, and then go into it and get a response instead of just like, can I book a call with you? Can I book a call with you? Can I book a call with you? So
some people operate like that. There's a fine line though. Think about that line that's there, that it may be invisible, but it's there, and people go tip to that point of annoying. Then it's like, even if you don't hear them say like, no thank you, they might be thinking in their mind, I just want to get away from this person, but I'm gonna go, yeah, oh, wow, okay, oh, cool, awesome, okay, let me call you later, or let me get back to you. That's immediately this resistance that's you're setting yourself up for. Take that line, make sure don't cross it, and just be you in the personable way. Again, it's relational equity. You're trying to put in and invest. Even if you have massive, we always say massive value to drop on them, save it for that moment that they're really hungry for it and go, here you go, check this out. This is amazing. It's going to serve you. It's going to help you. Bam. Then they're going, okay, what else do you have to say?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I think that, like, man, just continuing to follow up. I forget, there was I think it was Grant Cardone mentioned it in one of his books where they did a research poll on like how often salespeople follow up, and it was like ridiculously low, you guys. Whoa. And so the fortune, I don't know who said it, but fortune is in the follow-up, and that is for sure, you guys. People are busy. Their lives are busy, and if you just stop after that one text that didn't get a response, or that one call that didn't get that response, man, no, you keep following up, especially, this is the important part, is when you know that your product is going to help them. It is going to solve the problem. And a lot of times when you feel that resistance of like, oh, do I want to follow up again? Do I like, it's like, do you really have faith in your product? Do you really think that your product is going to help them, make them more money, get them to where they need to go, solve that problem? If you have that conviction where you know that your product is going to perform, is going to help them, that helps you pick up the phone again and again and again. When you don't have that, when you feel like, oh, dude, this product really isn't that great, like, then it's going to hinder you and stop your sales. So if you're feeling that, then maybe take a minute and work on your product. Like, hey, how can we make this even better to where I'm like, dude, I need to work with you because I don't want to see you fall. And like, that's, I know what drives Mike and I a lot of times when we see people that we know that we can help. It's like, man, that gives us the fuel to continue to reach out, to continue to pursue them because of that.
So true. And there's a point, again, what you're hitting on too, it matters more. You actually can land clients without actually pushing your stuff all the time. You could actually say, well, you know what? And if you're honest with yourself and if you're honest with them, you say, I might not be the right fit for you. I know someone who actually does that specific thing that you need. And you point them in that direction. They're so grateful that you are still top of mind in the future. And they could come back to you. That could end up being an awesome relationship. So, relation equity. Now, number 3, let's get on it.
Oh, this one. Actually, Mike and Alexandra, our daughter, came up with this one. And it's called Don't Be a Phony.
That's right.
And what that is, I love it. And I get called out for this kind of a lot, I'll be honest. It's when it gets stuck in the scroll, of not producing content for social, but consuming it. So we call that a phony in our household. And we don't want to be phonies. We want to be not just social media. They want us to be consumers. And there's times, yes, you can learn awesome things, and there's a time to consume and to grow. But don't go past it where it's like you're not producing anything. You're spending hours on social, but you haven't produced anything.
That's right.
And that's what we mean by.
That's right. So we're challenging you on this video right now. Down below in the comments, I want you to post and put in there saying, I ain't no phony. Because that's going to keep you top of mind and thinking like, okay, I'm not going to get stuck on this. I'm going to use it and be the producer. I'm going to throw value. I'm going to bring people in by drawing them from what I know I can deliver at massive quantity, where they're going, this is amazing. Let's see that. And then send some posts. Send some of those things that you know, hey, this is helping other people. We'd love to see it in the comments.
And if you're like, man, I know I need to be posting, but I just don't have the time. I need to focus all my energy on prospecting. Like, I need to be out meeting with clients, calling it, and you're like, man, social media, I just don't have the time for that. Reach out. That's what we do. We take over our clients' social media and we create the content. We do the posting. Our team does. So reach out if you need, if you're like, I just don't have capacity for that. I want to do it. I want to have my face out there. I know I need to be doing it, but I just don't have the time. Reach out. We got your back. And yeah, that was it.
Let's go. Now, don't forget, the next video is coming up next week. We're doing this every Monday.
Yep.
So be sure to click subscribe, hit the bell, make sure not to miss out on any of this good stuff we're dropping on you guys. And we'll see you on the next one.
Heck yeah. And do you have a dad joke for us?
No, I don't have any dad jokes.
Why?
No, why?
Why?
Because daddy ain't home.
What?
Daddy ain't home. Today it's business. I'm the businessman today.
I get it.
So,
that was kind of a dad joke. So
all right. There you go. Have a great one.